The United States Air Force has filed a trademark application for a Spaceverse initiative. What the absolute heck does that mean? Stick around to the end to not miss any of what's going on here in the crypto sphere. Continued institutional activity and interest in blockchain technology, with these multi-billion-dollar conglomerates lining up tens of billions of dollars in venture capital, buying Bitcoin directly, and it would appear governing bodies still showing tremendous interest in, the crypto sector one way or another. But drop a like on the video if you like the video, and be sure to subscribe. We're going to go over several coins here in addition to what's really going on with this whole Spaceverse situation. Looking at Bitcoin, we have the Buy4, Moon, and Golden Cross robo advisors in play. 3 robos that are able to print both bullish and bearish parameters if that suits your current strategy. At the moment, we are just stuck sideways and bearish robos have returned, so we're just patiently waiting for further solidification of support and the return of bullish robo advisors for us to comfortably reinvest back into Bitcoin. So we have been, reducing our position accordingly ever since the 8th of April when the Sell4 and HEC confirmed bearish, and has allowed us to be saved from this dreaded sideways. Roughly 8% in downside has occurred, and we are still technically more than 2% down at current levels ever since bearish robos. So we go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for EngineeringRobo. We invest 20% at support, 30% when the daily candles open and close above the descending trend line, and we invest 50% relative to EngineeringRobo's bullish parameters. You pick 3 of the many different robo advisors available, and once 2 of your chosen 3 become bullish or bearish, you can more comfortably get in and out of the market. With bullish parameters in July, we saw up to 49% in gains. Bearish parameters saved you from a mild correction that followed, 11.5% in downside. Bullish parameters from this robo allowed you to experience 23% in upside between October and November of 2021, and bearish parameters met ever since the $56,000 level. Back in November there has saved you from a 41% correction that has followed, and we've been spending the last several months here making our way out of it, attempting to reverse out of it. In my opinion, significant support is forming, and we will likely continue our way upward toward a soon-to-be-revealed 6-figure target. However, in the immediate short term, $58,202 will be waiting overhead to give us a hard time once we recover here. But at the moment, we are looking for not only the return of bullish robo advisors here, but potential support off of this descending trend line until we reach my horizontal level, $34,655 per Bitcoin. It is not impossible for us to return to that level. We've been hypothesizing a third interaction with my support level ever since March. However, it has taken until April for that to become more plausible. But we always wait for the confirmations before we get to racing into situations. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto, though. According to an application submitted to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, the Department of the Air Force trademarked the word Spaceverse, defined as a secure digital metaverse that converges physical and digital realities, along with providing synthetic and simulated extended reality training, in addition to testing and operations environments. It's unclear if this initiative is connected to the U.S. Space Force, which according to its website is organized under the Air Force, but operates as a separate and distinct branch of the armed services. The trademark application connected to activities in the metaverse followed several from a variety of firms, including credit card companies such as MasterCard and American Express, footwear and apparel manufacturer Nike, and the New York Stock Exchange. The various applications included trademarks on the use of logos and branding in virtual environments, as well as authenticating certain files with non-fungible tokens. Some major brand names have launched virtual stores or other environments for users following Facebook's announcement in October that the social media giant would be rebranding to Meta, and in February and recently United States bank JP Morgan entered the metaverse by launching a virtual lounge in the blockchain-based online world Decentraland. Samsung also launched a virtual store modeled after a real-world shop in New York City. So, lots going on here in the crypto sphere. Multi-billion-dollar conglomerates getting involved in the space, governing bodies getting involved in blockchain technology. Big moves for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Currently, the traditional world of finance is definitely making some big changes. Here we have Decentraland. Under the influence of some bearish robo advisors. Fundamentally, lots going on here for the project. Metaverse is definitely making some big strides toward the spotlight. At the moment, technically, we are just waiting for bullish parameters to return, though, and we're looking for support formed down below here because we are smack in the middle of a rather significant range. So, bearish parameters ever since the 6th of April have suggested continued downside here. Technically, we've been out of the market ever since the end of February when the sell for and heck returned. We are looking for a, perhaps buy for and moon combination similar to the beginning of February before we can comfortably get back into Decentraland. Once daily candles open and close above the descending trend line, we can invest 30%, 50% when EngineeringRobo returns to a bullish state, and 20% will be invested in at support. At the moment, the strongest level of support for Decentraland isn't until all the way back down at $1.01 based on current price action. Say we were to, perhaps hold through this funky range we'll visualize real quick here, potentially. Support found from this box of rocks, knocks, and socks down below between what appears to be like $1.70 all the way up to $2 there. Could be a hypothetical range of support that we interact with, but $1.01 is where we are looking for continued interaction toward until bullish robo advisors return. Overhead, we have the descending trend line of resistance in addition to horizontal level $2.82, the strongest level of resistance overhead so far. Whichever one comes first, we can invest 20% at support, either $1.01 or when daily candles are opening and closing back above $2.82. The buy for moon and super robo advisors, again, we're looking at Litecoin here. It would appear under the influence of bearish parameters, the sell for and heck have been in play ever since the 8th of April around the $110 level. We have reduced our position accordingly because EngineeringRobo has become bearish. We are also waiting for further confirmations of support. It would appear $114 per Litecoin is significant resistance just overhead. Once daily candles open and close above it, reconfirming it as support, we could potentially consider utilizing our 20% support-based investment ratio. At the moment, the strongest level of support waiting for us in any sort of continued downside is going to be $82.20. The fear and greed index here still suggesting a potential top for Bitcoin near the $180,000 level, a far more reasonable, top to be considered in my opinion. I do believe some, dramatic upside is still to be had here. We just need a few more institutional confirmations, I believe. We have, just a few more steps needed for continued regulatory aspects to allow for these institutions to be, more comfortably getting involved in the crypto sector. But as we all know, interest is increasing, and blockchain technology just can no longer be ignored. We use the FOMO zone to determine longer term entries and exits. We're coming from the fear zone here. We've experienced just about a 10x, and the FOMO zone would be about 2,500% in gains. You want to be accumulating during times of extreme fear here when everyone is panic selling. You want to be heavily buying your nice discounted digital assets. And when the market is under extreme FOMO, you want to be taking profit when everyone is trying to get in on Bitcoin, afraid of missing out on continued gains. However, someone has to buy the top, hopefully not yourself, because you're buying here during times of extreme fear. While everyone is getting shaken out, you're accumulating during times of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Thank you so much for hearing my analysis. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Subscribe here on YouTube and tune in for the next one.